Just because it's September 2nd doesn't mean that you can't get started on the great lock-in of 2025. And if you're somebody who's been trying to fix their credit, this is going to be the credit repair edition. Hi, my name is Jasmine. I took my credit score from a 530 to well above 800. Now I get to help people just like you learn how to fix their credit themselves. And I'm going to take you through the 3 phases of credit restoration. So not only can you repair your credit, but you can rebuild it and learn how to maintain it. And just in case something does happen to this app, this is also going to be on my YouTube as well as being put up on my Instagram. The Great Lock-in is going to run you from September 1st through December 31st, but this really is a 90-day plan when we're thinking about repairing, because you can also learn how to rebuild, and maintaining should be something that you should be striving to do right now because we need to really glow up our finances. Step 1, you are going to prep. This is going to be the part a lot of people skip. I don't want you to skip it. Prepping your credit report is going to make every single other step that you take so much more easier, because a lot of you said that you don't have time, but all of this could be done in one day. Now you're going to pull your credit report. You can get a 3 bureau credit report, which I honestly recommend, especially if you're somebody who doesn't want to flip through from Experience report to TransUnion's report. You can get MyScore IQ, start for $1, 7-day free trial, cancel anytime. You can cancel 3 days into it. Annualcreditreport.com is where you're going to be able to get your credit report for free. Go ahead and create yourself a CFPB account. You're going to need it. And while you're at it, create a free account with Experian. And I also recommend going ahead and creating a free account with TransUnion and Equifax as well, because if you have a lot of personal information you need to clean up, that's going to be the easiest place to dispute it. Speaking of which, go ahead and dispute that personal information, because although it does not have any weight on whether or not your score goes up or down, if you're somebody with charge-offs and collections, yeah, you're going to want to make sure you get rid of that old college address back when you got Verizon and didn't pay that bill. Step 2 is when we're going to dispute the hard inquiries. Make sure you're only disputing hard inquiries for accounts you do not have open. You can do this over the phone, you can do the online method, or you can do a dispute letter. I have a course linked in my bio. Calling's going to be the easiest. There's a phone script inside of it. 24 hours, you'll probably see those hard inquiries come off, but depending on the method you use, it could take up to 30 days. And then we're ready to dispute, which is step 3, disputing those negative accounts. These are going to be your late payments, your charge-offs, your collections, your repossessions, rental history, evictions, anything like that. Depending on your goals, you can dispute everything you want deleted in one sweep, dispute everything you want updated in one sweep, or if you're feeling a little spicy, you can dispute everything, but I don't recommend that if you're doing this on your own and you're a little afraid whether or not you're doing the right thing. Now, disputing things like collections, negative rental history, and repossessions, I do want to point out that that's going to be a little different, because if you got negative rental history, that's something that's not going to show up on your Experian credit report, but will show up on your rent bureau report. Just like with repossessions, whether it was a voluntary or involuntary repossession, there's a couple of steps that you want to take in order to make sure that you dispute that. Same thing with debt validation for collection. And then we can start on rebuilding our credit. Now, if you're somebody who is new to credit, like you have less than 3 years of credit history, you have less than 3 open trade lines, you might want to consider a secured credit card. You can get one that's going to graduate. So this is going to be a traditional bank like Wells Fargo, maybe your credit union, Discover. Or you can go the route of the unsecured but never going to graduate outside of being a credit builder, OpenSky. Honestly, my fave. But one that is traditional but not a bank is gonna be the Amazon unsecured and secured credit cards. I would look into those for everyday use. But if you are somebody who has a little bit more established credit history, you may not need a credit builder to really boost up your score. But if you don't really have any installment loans and you have the goal of maybe getting a house, getting a car, you want to make yourself look a lot more established when it comes to different types of credit, adding on a credit builder installment loan where at the end of it, you should get the money back depending on the credit builder you use. I would go that route, but only if you can afford to have that in your budget. And in terms of maintaining a really good score, you kind of need a budget. Because let's be honest, if you had one this entire time, you probably would not be following me. This is me not judging you. I was wilding. So all of these tips are things that either I actively do now or I was doing when I was really trying to get in the groove of maintaining my credit score. You might end up keeping all these, you might be getting rid of them and swapping them out for things that might work better for you, because everybody is different. I can't tell you what to do. These are just tips that I know have helped me go from a 530 credit score to well above 800. And if you do want a little bit more help one-on-one, you can always come to the link in my profile that goes straight to my store, book yourself a strategy call, check out the DIY letter pack, but go ahead and fix your credit because the year is almost over.